Yo, what's good?
Sell, 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 buy, sell, buy, buy, sell, buy,
Put the music a little louder here.
sell, buy, sell, 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 buy, sell, sell,
Hey, what's going on?
sell, 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 buy, buy, sell, buy, buy, sell, sell, buy, 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 sell, buy, buy, sell, sell, buy, buy, sell, sell.
To be honest, I haven't been watching too much. Just been watching the market go up just a little bit this morning now, and we're sort of in this trading range now. Here on the Qs. Last the market was bid at 37, and that's a decent area to bid it from, but we're kind of like building a range up here now. So we're smack in the middle of a range. So I'm just gonna spend some time watching the market because I haven't really been doing that. Remember to stay hydrated. Also, let me know if you can hear everything good here. Can you hear music? Can you hear this? Can you hear that? No, no trades. Just been watching. I mean, just been not watching. So that was bid at 45 here. Filled some decent orders. So this push on the S&P is mainly led by the NASDAQ this morning here. You can see the NAS is up just about 1% on the session. S&Ps are up 0.6 on the session. We're at a new all-time high here this morning on the S&P futures. Crude oil is up 0.6%, give or take. My data feed's delayed. That's crazy when you think of it. Crude oil up at 70 bucks a barrel. Oh yeah, and by the way, real estate trusts are flat. Alright, so let's see if we can get some decent trades here. Well, hey, what's going on, Joseph? This is the area. That's the area you want to bid it from. 37. You can see we traded 39.25 to the tick there. On a bounce. So the last move was down here. Or last offer around 49 more or less. A lot of sellers here.
Sell. 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 Sell.
That's a lot of sellers. Might have to be out here. $37 offers, come on. $38 bids. 40's offered trading. 38 bid. This might be a scratch here. I scratched it. I think I got in for break even here. Got out for break even, I mean. Because of the way it's just chopping the 37. I think it could probably stop around here, because this is a good area that it's going to trap a lot of sellers into the trade. Let's see what I got out for. Yeah, I got out for a one tick scratch here on the Qs. That's good. That means my broker likes me. Going up here now. Hi from the Netherlands. Hey, what's going on, Mr. M? What's going on, Christopher? What's going on, Charles? I use Jigsaw as my dom. I'm just gonna reposition this fan here. Oh, you probably hear the price squawk in the back a bit, eh? Okay, we traded a new low here down to 31.50. Going down here seems to be led by... Well, this move down is being led mainly by the Russell, as Russell is the weakest market here. But the thing is, Russell is trading right into its demand zone. 322.4, around there. If it holds it, you don't want to be short. But it's going lower here. Looks like it's about to make a new low here at 320. So we're definitely seeing some profit taking overall here. But no red flags at all. For the bulls, that is. See if we get some decent trading ranges going on here. Kind of want to fix this here. It's kind of annoying me. Like, how do I... Let's try this. There we go. That should be better. At least now I can see the last, 15 minutes of delta on the Russell. Thanks for letting us know about Price Squawk. Yeah, Price Squawk's awesome. I love Price Squawk. Alright, I'm going to actually try and focus on the market, something I have not been doing yet. So we tried to go long from 37, it was not working, so I scratched it. We saw a nice liquidation down, more or less here. And now we're coming up here, about plus 100 on this move. Who's busting my nuts? Right, phone. Throw it over there. How about that? This market's bid up here at 41. So we're coming off an up move here. It's plus about 100 on the move, and now we're flat and going higher still. It was last bid at 41. It's bidding up here now, 44. S&P's traded the VWAP here. Still bidding up here, popping up 46.5. That was a plus 76, but overall, kind of flat. Hey, what's going on, David? Hope you're well, man. Cheers. Just hanging out. Starting to get a look at the markets here this morning. Sweeping him back down, 41 bid there. 40s even trading, going down now. We swept him. I would have got filled on the tick there, but pulled it out for whatever reason. Just kind of flashing orders, you know, here and there. Flash a 1 lot, flash 100 lot, yeah, right. No, there's nothing going on. I'm waiting for this to go on here. I'm radioactive. Isn't that a song? Radioactive. I don't know. So it's just kind of light trading here. It's just very light trading around this 41 bid here. Again, it's that 37. That was a heavy bid this morning. Well, you know, about 30 minutes ago maybe. A heavy bid at that 37. And right now we're going to test lower again. About 7 points down here. 8 points down, trading lower here. Calling about a minus 200 overall. Might want to try and get a sweep here if they can get him. See these guys that bought it, they're offside immediately. We'll see. I don't like it too much, I'll be honest with you. This is the type of trade where if I can get a good sweep here, we'll be alright. But it's a little too slow here. $25 to about 33. Yeah, that sounds about right, more or less here. Caught 60 contracts there on the sell side. That's not great, honestly. My order might be a little too close now. Big buyer at 29 offer here. Lifting up 33 offers. That's where I had my order here. Watching it. Lifting. 38. That's the area. But again, I don't like it too much. For a short, that is. So it seems I'm reading it properly. Because that would have been the trade right there. As we swept up to that 37, 38 zone and then came back to test that lower liquidity at 28. Now we're kind of bidding our way back up here, 38 yet another time. So David says, so tell me this, back in the early 2000s there was a big day trade jump on. Is level 1 and level 2 market info still a thing? It seems you have that. Well, yes. So the level 1 feed is the best bid and best offer right now. That's what the level 1 data is showing you. And then the level 2 would be showing you contracts that are resting in the order book. In this case, you can see 10 prices on this market and on the S&Ps as well. So that's an example of the level 2 feed. You definitely need a good level 1 feed if you're scalping. Level 2 feed is also important, but I wouldn't say you need to prioritize seeing the entire order book. Although it might help in some cases. There was a good analogy Fat Cat made. He views the order book as the defense and the orders, hitting the tape are the offense. But I focus mainly on looking at the real-time orders coming in, because again, these bigger players are able to place icebergs all over the place anyways. So the order book is not very valuable because, think about it. You can place these guys can place icebergs any which way, anywhere they want essentially, and you won't be able to see it on the order book. So same thing. It's offered at the 37 zone, and it was bid around the 27 zone. So the delta's still flat down. So that's kind of interesting here. And now it's less flat. No, it's flat. That's what I meant. So the way I'm seeing this here, there's a good chance for a sweep down to the 13 handle, a nice stop run, but I honestly don't think there's enough buyers in the market to sweep them out yet. As you can see, the delta's been accumulating downwards here. So that is a possibility, but I don't think it's very likely at this exact moment. I'm watching this 27 area. About 80 contracts sold here, and we're still bid. $29 offers here were bid, not 26. Still bid here. You know, give or take 36, 37. 38, that's the area the market's offered in here. If it gets above that, I would be careful of staying short, but so far you're all right here. Charles, nice stream. Any tips on how to learn reading the DOM better? There's a lot of little nuances you got to learn how to focus on. It's kind of hard to outline them all, but there's about 4 things that I really focus on the most. I know you're waiting for me to say what they are. He's like, and what are they? All right, here we go. We're bidding up. 37. 37 bids, squeezing them up, squeezing them. $40s trading even. Bid at 39 here. Sellers trying to take it here, but we're kind of bid here. 38.50 there. Sellers trying to take it. Yeah, we're bid up here. 41 here. Not bid. Sellers are kind of aggressive here, but if this thing is kind of staying bid there, you don't want to be short here. Sellers looks like they're winning here. And we're bid again. Give me a back tick maybe? Nope. Oh, I got filled. Okay. I might have to scratch it. I like the way I got filled, but we'll see. $43's offered. 44 now. Fives now. 4 bid. Looking for a stop run of the 49 handle, more or less. 43 bid. 43 bid. 44. Sellers trying again. 44s. 43 bid still. 44 offers. 43 bid. 42 pulling it back down here. 41 bid. This is the last line of defense. We bounced right off of it, swept it. It's 39 to 41. That's my area here. 39 bid. If we're bid, I'm good. If we're not, I'm out. $39 bid here. We're bid now. 41 offer here. 40 bid. 39 bid, not bid. 39 bid, not bid. 37. No, we're not bid here. We're going down. I'm gonna get stopped here. That's all right. Couldn't do much about it. It's all right. We're heading back in now to the range. 37, 38, 39. That was all sort of. $37 bid. Taking it back down here. For those buyers here, plus 100 here, you know? Depends on how fast it comes in here. 34, 33. Good sellers, 33. 32, 31, 30. Give us a sweep, come on. No, we didn't get that. Didn't quite tag the liquidity pool. Yeah, we kind of tagged the upper end of the liquidity pool, yeah. Back to 37, yeah. Back to the 37 handle here. $37 to $45. 37 to 29. You see? Give or take, give or take, give or take. Depends on how we come in. If we come in nice here, be okay. 33. Coming in or not? 32 quarter. a little too slow. $28 even. That was where I had my order. This was where I had my order right here. 28.75 bid. Coming down lower here, 27. A lot of sellers, a lot of. Call that about 9. You're looking at about 7 points down here. 28. I'd be happy to fade against my own order there, but we'll see. We're going lower here. You guys like that order pull, don't you, huh? You guys thought I was going to let that order fill, didn't you? I'm better than that. Yes, equals everyone scores. Unfortunately, no. Someone has to lose. So I need a fast platform. So you can get your order out of there if you need to. We flushed him. I think it still has room to go here to the 14. We're trading into that previous liquidity pool there from 940. We're going down here, going down. 913, 914, that was the area was bid here. 12, 13, that sort of area. It would be nice to see a nice sweep up to this area, you know. 28.50, 28 quarter. But I don't know if we'll get it. Coming down. We're bid at VWAP now on the Qs here, flushing them. Again, decent trading activity today, but I find it very methodical. It's not very rotational. It's very methodical. There was a bit of rotational action before. We'll see if we get more of it soon. Sweeping down into this liquidity pool here, 13. Minus 200, sweeping the liquidity pool. You gotta remember the 28.50, don't forget it. I might be looking to fade this here. If it can pop and hold 13. $12 offers. Show me sell orders. Show me sell orders. 12 bid on an uptick. Show me more sell orders. 12.50. 13 offer. Show me more. Show me more. 14 bid. 13 quarter. 13. Show me more. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. 12.50 on an uptick. Never mind, 11 here. 13, are we offered at 13? If we are, I'm scratched. 1250, 11. 1250 bid, 13 bid. 13 a quarter offer, 14 now, 15 now, 16 now, 15, 50 bid. 15 bid, now 17. Now in the back tick here, are we bid or not here? 14 now, 13 bid now. 1250 bid, same area. 1150. 13 offered, lift, come on. 11 bid. 10 bid here. No good, no good. No good, baby. It looks exactly like the last trade I took. It went in my favor as soon as I was in. I'm gonna get stopped on the bottom here. I got really lucky there. No, I'm out. Yeah, that's, you know, that was exactly the same as the last trade I took. I don't know if you guys noticed, but the both trades I took were both fades, and I was in profit as soon as I was in the trade. But then after, it slowly started to go against me, and then it made a new low and took me out on the stop. So that was 2 trades in a row where I did exactly the same thing and got stopped on both of them. Quite interesting. No, I'm just saying those are 2 trades, and they're literally the exact same trade that happened. So the Russell leading the way down here. There's a huge single print here as well. So this market's going down here. Sweeping the even number. Another 10 points. And this is why we use stop losses, my friends. But I'm sure there's some guy out there that took the same trade I took earlier and didn't fucking stop out though. And now he's looking at his screen considering to break it. That's why we don't get into those stupid games. Those are things you learn from experience though. All right, let's take a look at what's going on here. Still making new lows here on the Qs here. Flushing them down to, you know, what I would consider our previous supply zones on the Qs. And as well as our M period high from yesterday's session. Sorry, wrong screen. Looking at the Russell here, definitely leading the way lower. But this area is the top of the range of the last hour of trading in the S&Ps here. And we just flushed straight into it. So generally speaking, this should act as a form of support here in the short term. And same for these areas here on the Qs, right around this 875, 877 down to 860 more or less here. So these are supply zones, and now we've just flushed right into them. So they're going to probably act as demand here. So that's kind of what we're seeing more or less. So definitely keep an eye on those zones here. So I've got them marked on my DOM already. The 77, 75 all the way down to the 63 handle on the Qs. Okay, so this is an area that we want to be watching, and you know, above this area, if you look at the volume profile, it's basically a huge single print all the way until where we were trading earlier, 913 and then 930. Okay, so what actually looks reasonable on the session profile here, I know I'm going really nerdy on you guys, but what looks pretty reasonable is if the market were to pause here, it's likely to remain in this range. So here comes the S&P futures making new lows again here, 2750. Today is rollover day. Do you adjust your strategy? Yeah. Well, I've definitely noticed that it's acting a little differently, but I adjust my strategy to what's going on. That's what I meant to say. 63 quarter. Flushed him again. You know, I would, you know, if there would be an area you would consider fading it, it would be here on the S&P futures, right here at 2650. You know, let more sellers get involved there. I don't know. I've already failed twice at fading it, so I'm skeptical to fade it again. Let's be honest. So we're below the zones we just talked about here. We're trading. I guess you would call it. We're trading to the 618 extension. If you extended the first 5 minutes of trading here, which would be around 850. This is a big liquidation, guys. $845, now $850 here. Now bid. Sweeping up there, plus 300. Someone took advantage of that. Now 851 on the back tick here. We popped off of these lows here. Tested the 618. Tested the M period high. The exact same level, but on the NASDAQ here, which would have been 844.50. Buy it all. Yeah, that's what it looks like. $51. $51 offer here is not lifting. They're buying it though. There's a lot of buying here. Look at the way it's slowly going up. Wow, 52 even. Someone swept him there, 200. Got the break evens there. There might be more break evens to get though. We'll watch 51. Bounce it off. 52 bid here. $44 bid. That's the area. New low there. Well, not a new low, but a low right there. 51 to 58 to 50. 34, 44. Down to about 36. So it's kind of seeing this. 36, 44, 51, more or less. And now what was this? 36 down to 20, 28. Damn. 44 even there. I was a little too far. 44 even. I'm reading it to the tick though, but I put my order too far. Now watch for an overshoot. That's a big overshoot. That's some good buying here. Dude, I lose focus when I'm streaming. Yeah, if I focus too much on the chat, then yeah. But I'm trying to keep a balance. Hard to scalp this thing because it gets just going in one direction. But the movements are really nice today. I'm just not catching much of it good. I almost caught a few pieces of it though. A lot of times, but you got to be nimble today. Today's an example of a day you really want to be nimble. You don't want to be staying in trades too long. $59. That's just huge buying right there. Just all this was great buying. Look at that on the buy. Look at the buying on the S&P here, about plus more than 2,000. It's just monstrous one-sided buying here. So 59. All right, well, we flushed them good. And now we're rebid. So you can call that our sell climax. Straight into a massive bounce. Sell climax straight into a massive bounce here. I do think my order at 44 is still in a good place. Could it get overshot? It's possible, but I don't think so. I'm looking at this liquidity pool. Here, let me show you what I'm looking at. Where the hell's my... This really looks like a sell climax. Look at the profile and everything. So like you see this liquidity pool here. Because of this sell climax, I think this is less likely to get tested. So this looks like a lot of trapped traders that got trapped here. So I think in that case, it's less likely to test it. So we'll see what happens here. I mean, we're moving up. Now we're testing up here. But this balance is interesting. I think there is a chance that if we hold and we're going to stay here. So we'll see what happens. Sellers taking it in now. Sellers taking it in. Traded a 48 there. Rebid easily. Trading 59 offers. Yeah, David, that's a good question. You know, there's a lot of myths out there about algorithmic trading. And you just have to think logically about it, in my opinion. Like, in order to keep up with these markets with an algorithm, you would need to write a lot of different algorithms. There's no one bot or trading code that you can write that's going to be able to keep up with the way this market is trading every day here, because it's changing around every hour. There's a different thing going on. So you need like, you know, 20. You would need like 20 different programs basically if you were an algo trader trying to work this market. Now, for example, big institutions, they have bigger orders to fill, so they will use an algorithmic tool to help them fill the order, right? Because the tool allows them to execute the order, you know, splice the order into multiple orders. So for them, that's advantageous, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they're, you know, manipulating the market when they do that. They're simply using an algorithm that's helping them split up their larger order so that it doesn't impact the market, and it will get them a better price overall. So, you know, there's different ways to see it. It's a good conversation to have, but there's a lot of myths out there about that. Traders think, oh, the algos, they're out to get you or whatever, but that's all bullshit. Don't believe that. That's a new trader myth. So it's bid at 59, offered at 67. My 44 bids unlikely to get filled here, but it's possible. 67. Smack in the middle of this range. Just enough time for me to get some water. Hold up. I've got bids at 44. Hope they don't spill. Alright, so we're coming off a sell climax here in the Qs. I guess you could say in the overall equities here, but I'm really zoomed into the Qs more than the others. S&P's, you know, balancing out here around our key zone. I would say this is a key zone to hold. If it holds this area, pretty bullish, gotta say. The Russell's been the weaker one today. And the Nas, well, also seen a great sell-off. Overall, crazy volatility today. We had a flush in the morning, straight into a huge rally, all-time high on the S&P, and then straight into a huge flush again. So, you know, just keep your risk managed, guys. Keep your risk managed. I'm down on the day 2R, but I'm alive. I ain't complaining. So up we go here. Another strong move up. 71. So we have this balance, and now we've auctioned out above it. So here's where auction market theory comes in. We're moving up out of this balance, right? This is the balance. Now, if we somehow manage to get back in, it's going to be a bit of an uh-oh moment for the bulls. So we shall see what happens. So we're coming off an up move up into this 71 zone. Liquidity pool, 71, 73. Gotta stretch out, guys. Pretty decent move down here. Now, where did that trade to? Just curious. 65? Right around. Back into 71, 72 here. Higher end of this range here, 66, yeah, right around there, 66, 65, top end of that balance area. Swept right to it and held it. Another time. 66, 65. Going into the previous range now. A few points. Rebid there. Rebid. Squeeze out some sellers and holding it. 65 is holding. Now 71 yet again. Still offered at 71. $71 offered. I might be on a suicide mission, but we will know pretty soon. Got out on a sweep on an easy scalp there. And you guys saw that play out, didn't you? I mean, we tested the previous range 2 times, failed, then came back and was slowly going up and rebidding 71. Chances are it's going up still. And I had my limit order there, okay, because you always need a limit order in. Because if the thing flies straight to your price, you want to take it, trust me, you want to get out. If it flies straight to your price, you want to get out. If it's creepy crawling to your price, then you might consider moving it higher. Speaking of creepy crawly, there was a spider on my monitor this morning. It was pretty cool. So you definitely, they squeezed out some sellers here with this move. 78-ish. And we're doing the creepy crawly thing. S&P's coming back to trade into the low volume area. Like I told you guys, around that 2650, as long as that shit's holding, you stay bullish at this point. Now, in terms of if we have any new supply zones, I'm going to check that out real quick here. 30-minute chart ES. Not really. See? Yeah, it's the same thing. 33 half, 33 quarter, up to 35. That's the area. Those supply zones are still in play. Above that, you can stay long biased. But now if you're long on the S&Ps for a position trade, you want to have, you want to start looking to get out around here. Here, here, here. I'm looking at the Russell here, building a value zone lower. 308, 309 up to 312. That's the range of the Russell right now. 308 to 312, more or less. Still bidding up here on the Qs, still bidding up here on the S&Ps more or less. And the Russell's muted, smack in the middle of a range. Trading the upper end of the range 12, this sort of area. And then this sort of area. Still bidding there. Hey, what's going on, Prerna? How you doing? Okay, so the Nas is leading this move up here very clearly. I'm watching the Russell now, honestly, after I see this sort of range here. Still bidding, still bidding. So 71 to 78 to 86. Or sorry, more or less 71 to 79 to 80, 86. Yeah. Is this a volatile day or no? It seems that yeah, this is an example of a very volatile day, especially if you started watching it at 8:30 a.m. That's when it was really crazy. I didn't trade it at that time. That's too crazy. But I imagine there was good opportunity on the S&P futures at that time because the liquidity is better. You can't trade NASDAQ in that condition. It just becomes too thin. But the S&Ps might have been all right. I didn't watch it. So I'm looking at the Russell here, to be honest. as it's slowly fading down back to this 12 area on some positive deltas, I would consider shorting it for a fade, I guess, but we'll see. Or a range play, as they call it. Actually, I don't even know if this is set to my live account. No, it's not. It's set to a shut. Hold on, I'll set it to the live account. Whoops, wrong side. Filled on one contract short on the Russell micros here. Might scratch it though. But I kind of like the trade because I'm watching the Qs go up, but the Russell's not going up. And when the Russell tick, when the Qs tick down, they're filled on the second contract here. Why don't I have a second stop though? It's this 12 area. Damn. Don't like this. Pulling in bids back down, but it's bid at 13. $12 bid. Back to 12 bid. Not digging this trade too much here. especially by the way it's slowly going up like that. 3, 3, 3, 3, 4, 3, 3, 6. Now pulling back down. I want to see it get under 12 and stay under there. So this is all right. We're getting a bit of two-way action on our price, but I might consider scratching because it's taking too long. So let's see here. 12 another time on the Russell as the Nas is going up. Here we go. 12. Now rebid. Nas is going up and the Russell's going down. 11.6. 11.5. Nas trading 900. Bid at 11.6. 11.5. 12 offers. Come on. Two-way, pretty balanced overall. Now minus 37 here on an uptick. Now 12 is trading again. 12 is getting tested. And bids pulled back down to 11.5. Come on. Again, Russell, not too fun. Not too fun. I was just trying it out, to be honest. Fading back down. 11.6, 11.5. It's offered at 12. $11.5, $11.4 bid. $12 again. I might just scalp one because of the way it's just kind of chilling. Or just get out. $11.6. $11.3. 10.08. All right, I'm out of one. I'm out of one on the Russell trade. So I might as well just let this last one ride here until the lower end of this range if it gets there. Got the 2-tick break even in place, so we're chilling out there. Might just get stopped, but again, it shouldn't get back there. So I think I have a good entry on the trade. If it gets back above 12 and holds it, that's not, I don't want to be in the trade anyways. So that's fine. At least I got paid on some, right? That's why you need to get paid on some at all times. And I'm just looking on my other screen, looking at NASDAQ just literally fucking rocket ship all the way back up to 900 here. And the Russell's just weak in this range. Coming back down now, 10.09. Based on meme stocks, it can stay at the lows for the Russell. So I might have a decent trade here on the ruts, as you would call them. On the ruts, baby. Trading the ruts micros, ruts, M2K. Ten 4, 10 1, 10 even, 9, 9 9, 9 8, 9 8 there traded. Offered there was 11. Helping pumps. ECB not tapering was morning news. Coming back down now. 9 9, 9 8, 9 7 bid, 9 6 bid. Coming down fast, baby. 9-3, I'm going to join the bids here. There's a lot of bids in this area here, so. 10 even, 9-8, 9-7 again, 9-7, 9-6. Getting offered lower on the Russell here. Getting offered lower slowly, 9-7 now. I might just take it at 9-9, I'll be honest with you, but the way it's moving down slowly, it's still pretty good. Buy pump on the Qs, meaning Russell's going to go lower. That's what we've been seeing, so it might continue. I might just get out at 10-1. Got out at 10-1. You know, I like getting paid, so fuck it, right? Now it's going to go to 0 without me, but I don't care. I got paid. Hey, that was the first time I live traded the Russells, and I did it on stream too. For a $20 trade, pretty good. Now looking at the Qs, one time framing up. Got a driving school outside. Safe bet. Let's short ES. Nah. Again, that was an interesting correlation that we were able to identify here today, which is how the Russell is in between this range here, and the NAS and the S&Ps are just fucking rocket shipping up like it's nothing. Again, not typical of not atypical of NASDAQ to see this type of movement. Let me show you. Where's my friggin' OBS? I don't even know where the hell my OBS is. There we go. Not atypical to see this. And in the shorter view, that's what it looks like. So value. So we had the sell climax, bounce, build value higher, trade higher, test lower value, fail, trade higher, test lower, trade higher, test lower, trade higher, and we're building value at higher prices constantly here. So here's an imbalance, a bullish imbalance. The last place it was valued was around here, so 886. That was the last area I was watching the cues from. So we've seen it continue up here, up to the 900s now, 914. Now if we zoom out a little bit, you can see there's a bit of a liquidity pool here around this 915 area here. And we're moving up. So the market's moving up, so you don't want to fade against that movement. You keep the bull bias until you start to see some potential momentum in the opposite direction. And momentum, this is where traders all get it wrong, is they think momentum is a huge fast move in one direction. That's not momentum. That's what you call a sweep or a stop run. Momentum is when the market is doing something continuously, when it's continuing to do something. In this case, it's been continuing to go up. So that's what you call momentum up. I don't know. That's just how I see it, but oh yeah, I'm still looking at this screen. Oh well. So we have this zone, we have this zone, we have a low volume area here, we have a single print here, and we have, well, this 37. Don't forget the 37. The 37 was in play earlier for a while. And again, very typical movement of NASDAQ. Balance here, held the bid, shot up higher. Didn't find a lot of liquidity here, then it slowly started to fade. But this is where it was bid, 37. It held a lot of size here, then it shot up, came back and held it to the tick. Then again, finally stopped holding it. But now look, when it stopped holding it, it came back to retest this area multiple times. And that's what is typical of this market. It will always come back to test certain areas, to test you out of the trade, right? So you gotta, you know, learn that, I guess. Learn that's a thing, right? Is this, no, this is not IBKR trading station, no. So we have 02 to 18. I'm just looking at the liquidity pools. 02 to 18. Now let's just see. These are what, 8-point ranges? 79, 876. Yeah, these are 7-point ranges. 7-point ranges. So the next one would be 93, which is just about right. So 03. No. 93, which is there's nothing there. And then evens. So I would say, yeah, that makes sense. Evens makes sense here. I don't know. I'd say 902 bid. The hell did I do? Just kind of giving a, you know, perspective of the range we're in, more or less. The Russell is going down. Now, I'll be honest with you guys, it might be a good scalp long on the Russell if it flushes this area. Like if you get a good flush, I would consider that for a scalp. Like a winner scratch scalp, you know? Not sure you'll get it though. Just for a range play, you know? Yeah. No, I know that, Vlad. I know that, Vlad. But I don't overthink it. I'm not overthinking it. This is all I see. Look, I'll show you what I see on the Russell. So we have this range here. And if you look carefully at the profile, before this volume was filled in, we have this balance area right around the 08. So we have the 08 up to that 12 area. So if we flush to 08 on a nice move, I'd be comfortable taking it for a scalp, right? Not that I'm gonna be fucking averaging down the trade. I don't do that kind of shit. You know me. So like, yeah, it's basically that. It's like a now or never type of thing, you know? So if you get a good flush, a good flush, you know? There's a flush. Look at that. 06, 04 filled. In edge immediately on that trade. Now I'll watch. Bit of size traded there. I'm off here. It's kind of slowly creepy crawling on me. 08 bid. 26 here, 28, 30 now, 31, 34, 709. It's bid. It's bid. I want to see 08 hold and then a nice sweep up to like 99-ish. But I'm offside on the trade here by a few ticks. We're a bid 03 here, 8-3. Now bid up 9. Now the Qs are going down. Not looking great here. 7-7, 7-9, 7-7, 7-9. 7-9 was the bid. Minus 76 contracts. It still might have room to go lower here. I might be wrong. And I'm going to take the stop here with a small loss. I'm out. $750 loss on that trade. So again, there's an example of, you know, risk management. I only took this trade with one contract, so the loss was smaller. This was the previous trade. These were trades I got stopped out on earlier. Overall, we're flat on the session right now. So not, you know, not a great session, but the point is to survive and to control my risk. Don't know if you got edge. You know, I had the edge immediately, but then after that I was like, uh-oh. It's still going down. Creepy crawly. I thought I just showed it, David. I just showed that. You want to see it? We see nice sellers. These are my trades on the day so far. I'm flat. with commissions, or maybe like down $1 or something. So you got it. This 22 area is a single print. $23, $22, that's an inflection point on the 30-minute chart. 22 3/4 through 23. So we're at minus 600 plus 100 now. So that was a sweep down we saw. Sweep down rebid to the lower end of the range there. What was the low that? Oh yeah, we stopped running good, didn't we? Ran into that. Call that about a 2. Let's see. Almost about a 5-point offshoot there of the level. Got to be careful of that. Overshoot, I mean. I'd still want to bid it here at 03. That's pretty nice. Yeah, so RTY saw a nice stop run of that 08 area. So that's something that I wasn't aware of. So look at that overshoot on RTY. We traded 08 bid like crazy, and it flushed it, right? We flushed it to the 06 2 handles down, or 20 ticks down. And NQ overshot the level by about 5-6 points. Again, I'm just kind of looking at like how much it's overshooting, how much it's moving, and like what it did versus what I was expecting it to do, that kind of stuff. So like that's how I kind of review my results. So I was looking to bid it in the 08 area. Had it nice, but I took a 12 tick stop there, and we needed a little bit more of a stop run there for it to get going. So NQ's bidding up here again, 22, right into the 30-minute zone. Again, attracting buyers in. So I'm comfortable bidding it down, all the way down in the low 900s for a good sweep. So we made a new high there, now we're coming back in. And that first target, if you get filled at 3, the first target would be around 12, give or take, even 11. QAW, do you know if you can get footprint histograms in TradingView? You can get session profiles, but you can't get the footprints with tick data for like custom time frames and all that stuff. the only thing you can do, the closest thing to that, is looking at a session profile or a volume profile. And TradingView doesn't have tick data, so you can't. It's not as precise as it would be if you were using a platform that is getting direct tick data from your provider. So if you're using CQG, it's unfiltered data, and your footprints are gonna be more accurate. Whereas with TradingView, because they don't have tick data, then you're not gonna have an accurate, like to the tick representation of the volume that traded. But I use TradingView just to see my context, my overall context. I don't need it to see footprints and all that. I can see a footprint using Jigsaw here. You know, and I don't need like 20 footprints either. I just need a basic footprint to see where the liquidity traded, right? So I use my footprints to see this, where the market did volume. So here's a liquidity pool right here, 901. Here's a liquidity pool here, 16. Here's one down here, 886 to 883, you know, down here. So I look at where these liquidity pools are, because they give me a good representation of where volume traded, and I look at other nuances to determine, you know, if I want to take the trade there or not. Uh-oh, there's 27 people watching. That's too many. Ha! So, you know, I made a comeback today here. I was down 2R, now I'm flat. I'm reading it all right. We're 11:51 on a Tuesday here, and we'll see if the volatility sticks around for another 30-40 minutes. If not, then we're out of here. Hey Al, yeah. Slowly but surely. Trying to grow an account. So like when the account gets to a certain point, then I'll start to increase the size. Either that or you deposit more cash. I don't want to do that. So let it trade small, prove that I can grow the account without, you know, doing anything. Coming in for a good sweep here. Again, 10-11. Look at how it's trading 10-11 here. Kind of like it. With tighter stops and tighter profit targets. I mean, I guess like the way I trade now is like something that I've kind of worked on for quite a while. So like that's kind of what I'm comfortable with in terms of where I choose to get paid, where I choose to manage my risk, and then how I choose to manage the profit afterwards. So like it doesn't really, like I can't just like make the choice, you know, I'm gonna trade with a tighter stop. You can't just say, okay, today I'm gonna trade with a tighter stop. No, it has to be adjusted to what's going on. But generally, I don't adjust my stop. I try to keep my stop the same and adjust my order placement, depending on the condition, you know. My thought is 5 ticks on 2 lots equals 10 ticks on 1 lot. Easier to hit your target. Yeah. But also more commission, no? Again, like the whole thing about sizing up like that, honestly, it's just a good way to give yourself a headache. But I guess like over time, you know, you start to develop more ways to be creative about how you can manage a trade and whatnot. But like, I want to be good at trading one contract. You know, like if I can accurately read the volatility and trade all in, all out, then that's like, for me, that's the skill to work on as a trader. Like I don't really care about, you know, scaling in 3, 4, or 5 contracts. I don't know. Like I want to develop that kind of precision, and you can get that. It just requires practice and, you know, objective analysis of what's going on. Okay. I'm still waiting for a good sweep here. But again, it looks like there's a lot of traders short, maybe. What platform is this? It's called Jigsaw Day Trader. Yeah, like I'm looking at the delta and we're down in the delta here, but the market is up. So you can't short this. If you short this, you're asking for trouble. You're asking for a lot of trouble. That being said, if you did want to short it, you would probably need this 18 offer to hold. Like if it pops up and 18 offer holds, then you might consider a short. Then you might consider that short. But again, just remember that if you do take the short, you're trading against the market in a way. You're trading against the momentum of the market, the most recent momentum. So you always got to keep an eye out of that. On that, you know, if you're trying to short a market that's been going up for the last hour or whatever, you know, you got to know that the probabilities, you're not on the side of the probabilities because you're betting on a reversal. And that's where traders get it wrong. Hey, take care, David. Nice seeing you, man. It's called ego trading when you're always trying to catch a top or bottom. And not what I mean. What I mean is not trying to get filled on a top tick or trying to get filled on a bottom tick, because that's possible. Although, you know, there is luck involved with that. If you get filled on a bottom tick or if you get filled on a top tick on a move, on a limit order, there's obviously a luck involved with that. But it also means that if you're doing it consistently, it means that you're reading the volatility well. But what I meant about ego trading is trying to catch a top or a bottom in a market that is moving in one direction. So if the market's going down and you're trying to buy it, that's called ego trading. If the market's going up and you're trying to short it, same thing. So volatility is dropping off here now. Looks like the Russell's seen a little bit of a recovery here, but it's still in the middle of its range. Recommission, your break even is the same number of ticks regardless of size. Yeah. Robert's betting on ES move back down to 40, 230 before a slow grind back all day. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'd be careful with that. Be careful with the short trade with the market that's going up here. I mean, look at the 30-minute chart. Yeah, okay. You have an inflection point at 38 3/4. Let me just fix that. $38 3/4. You have an inflection point here. So, you know, let it stop run, and if it holds this area, you can take the short. That's an idea. You might stop run this high volume note around the 40 handle. But again, it all depends on how it's trading, man. Like the Qs have been finding sellers all the way up here, and that's why I can keep going up. But we're trading into this inflection point on the Qs here, 22 3/4. ES seems like we tagged this to the tick here, 38 3/4, and now pulling back off of that. So you know that would have been a decent scalp. I feel if it gets above it again though, probably good for a scalp in the other direction. $18. There's a bit of an uh-oh moment here for the bulls as we're now re-entering this range on the Qs. So it's still bid though. As long as 18 is bid, you don't short it. If 18 is not bid, you might consider shorting it. $18 is still bid. That's funny, Vlad. Halt the hodlers. Hey, it's still finding sellers, guys, at higher prices. Like, you gotta be a little fucking nutcase to short this. I told you, if it loses the 18 bid though, on the Qs here, then you got a chance to short it. But if it comes down and flushes the 18 bid and holds it, don't fucking short it. But that's the only short that I can see right now. As we're moving up here to squeeze out shorts, you know, if we come down and the delta is staying positive as we're coming down, then that's probably a good trade. Buy the Russell, I allow it. Nah, I'm done with the Russell for now. It's in the smack of the middle of a range. I don't like it now. It was only earlier I liked the idea of playing the lower end of it. But it's kind of too much range bound. It's not good right now. So we're seeing to move back into the range yet again. Sellers are taking us down here a little on about a minus 50. But if we see buyers continue answering it, that's kind of what I'm looking at. Nah, it's a lot of sellers. It's a lot of Gotta stretch out, you know. It's doing that thing like we call it a megaphone pattern, where it's like it was like in a tight range and then the range is starting to expand. So that's interesting. It means we're seeing an expansion in the volatility. Plus 300 here, most of the volume on the offer. Yeah, that was a good bear trap, I gotta say. I told you, you have to be careful with that 18 bid. So where are we heading next here on the Qs? Trying to test the low end of the morning range. 35, low end of the morning range. Traded it on some strong offers. Went straight into it actually. Okay, I see, I see. 18. Now I see the low volume area between these two nodes. I feel like I need one of those deep tissue massages. Pretty tense in the shoulder. Heavy metal robots in disguise. Alright, nothing's going on, guys, so looks like we gonna cut it. as we are grinding in this range. One-way ticket today, and it's moon. Ha! Yeah, maybe. Smack in the middle of this range here. What's the delta look like? Up sideways. Plus 400. We still have not gone back to test those buyers that got fucking wrecked in this area here. That plus 400 came largely from this. It was a big stop run here. And now we're sideways and we're kind of going back down here. So we'll see this 18. That's the area that was holding the bid. Will it come down to test that area yet again? I feel like if it does, depending on how it comes there, one thing might happen or another thing might happen. I still think a good flush might be likely soon. I mean, it is afternoon after all. And there's a myth that says traders after noon, traders stop, and then the market will move after traders have left the desk. That's a myth, right? So we're 12:19 here. Traders have left the desk. Some traders who were shorting it, they've called it quits. And now the market can go down after they got squeezed out. I'm making a story up. It's not real. Hey, thanks, Johnny. Appreciate it, man. So the volatility did expand there very briefly, and now it's contracted again. So our session might be over. But we're seeing some good buying on a flat market. Sellers on a downtick. Nope. Again, I wouldn't do anything here in the queues. I would not do anything right now. That's why I would not do anything. So again, contextually, this is where we sort of stand in the middle of these two VPOCs. Just trading some volume here, doing nothing, basically. We tagged the lower end of this range, and we were bid here on multiple sweeps. Actually, on the way up here, I mean, that's what it seems like it was doing the entire way up. It was... it would move up, then it would come back and sweep the previous value and hold it, and then continue higher. And it did that multiple times. I guess you could say it did it here, right? Stop run it there, build value higher, then shoot up, stop run it here, and then moved up higher. Same thing, build value higher. Moved up higher, stop run this liquidity pool, moved up higher. So now this is where we stand. We're kind of a little frothy up here. I would consider bidding it here in this general area, but it does depend on other factors as well. Contextually, we've seen pretty much a V-shaped recovery in the NASDAQ. Russell can't say the same. Definitely a lot weaker. Kind of almost like a reverse correlation. We've seen a lot of that today. Alright, we're seeing a move down now here on about a -80. We'll see if it holds. $21 bid on an uptick. Hey Joseph, thanks man. Maybe tomorrow I'll do a Q&A or over the weekend. Probably tomorrow sounds okay. Volume's a lot non-existent here. Bids pulling back down. $23, $22. Last it was bid 20 on an uptick. Watch 20. Bid 21. Sellers are moving it down slowly. Buyers at 18, trying. Sellers win, 2 points. $18 offered now, 18 offered, my friends. 16 bids trading, 18 offer. Delta flat here on 18 offer. $21 offers traded. Oh. It's going up slowly. I pulled my order out. It's bid at 20 now. It's bid at 20. It's not bid at 2018. Again, I'm not really I'm not trying to be aggressive here at all. Not in this type of market. I'm flat on the day. I'm happy. There might be a trade here, you know, you might want to short it for a liquidation play, but again, the way it's trading, it's meh. It's doing that 12 o'clock thing where it chops 2-3 points for like way too long and then it moves when you're out of it. So like, yeah, you definitely want to be careful in this type of condition. You know, I'm not trying to be aggressive in this market. It might just crash here, it might go down, but we'll see. 15, 14, 13 half. You know, if I would bid it somewhere, it would be here. But the way it's moving, look at that. See, it took out, you know, four points. Now it's bid again. So, you know, that's the, call it the death grind. And you know, if you wanted to short it, maybe it would be, I'm looking at what liquidity area would be decent here. Nah. None of it. None of it. None of it. Just don't short it. We're 12:30 here and it's bidding up here, 20, 19. We've seen NQ run 200 points off the lows. Yeah, for sure. I'd rather buy beer, yeah. Let's go. Here we go, we're seeing some buy stops. That's about 80, well about 100 now. Buy stops to 23, pulled them bids down to 20 again, 20 bid. I think there's more buy stops. But there's also some sell stops, who knows? Well, you know, it's hard to say, right? Because if you look at the chart, you can see every time it pulled back, yeah, there's probably some trapped longs here in these lower 900s. And there might not be any demand until the low 900s. There's some buy stops, 24. You know, if they take out the buy stops to about 28, 29, you know, if you get a sweep to 28, 29, and then it starts pulling back, then maybe. But the way it's trading now, you don't want to short it. You simply don't want to short it. $27, $28, $29. You might be able to scalp it off $29. There's a bit at $27. Slow fade, slow fade. Slow fade, slow fade, slow fade. All right, guys, I'm going to call it for this session here today. This was a pretty nice session. Overall, a little hard to trade. I caught some nice trades, scratched a few trades. The best trade I had was on the Russell, the micros. Here, I'll show you my P&L, whatever. So I'm flat. I'm down $7 total. And it's weird to say that because you can see that I only had 2 nice trades here. But that's where I'm at. $3. With commission $7. Ha! Nicest trade was on the Russell, was a range play. Other than that, market's kind of slow now, so we are going to chill out and enjoy the rest of our day and do some business. So I will catch you guys maybe tomorrow for a Q&A or something, or another stream, I don't know. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to smash the like on the video. And we'll see you tomorrow. Alright, take care. Music fade out.